When we think of Black history, we usually think of the regulars like Martin Luther King Jr., Rosa Parks, and Frederick Douglass. However, there's Black history everywhere, even here in McKinney. In 1954, the Supreme Court ruled segregation illegal in the landmark case Brown versus the Board of Education. 8 years later, George Webb, superintendent of the McKinney ISD School Board, proposed to desegregate McKinney High.
The president made the announcement, that Johnson gave us a certain length of time for all the schools to integrate. We did the first week that he did. We met at Fabian. Fabian was a high school then. And we met there and we had an executive session. We came out into the cafeteria, and the first thing I did, I made the motion before anybody could say anything else. And Mac Hill seconded it, and nobody objected. It passed. It was unanimous.
In order for desegregation to occur, brave individuals have to risk it all. We talked to Larry Jagers, one of the first Black students to attend McKinney High.
So how did you become one of the few of the students chosen to integrate the school?
Well, no one chose. We just, myself and two of my cousins, we were just sitting around and we were just talking about how we were dissatisfied with what we had to deal with. And we heard about and saw on the news back then, integration that took place in Little Rock, Arkansas. And we had no idea, really. And we just said, hey, let's go out to McKinney High. And we came out to McKinney High and just registered.
That brings me to how did you and the other Black students support each other?
Well, with us just being the 9, and it's ironic that you say that for the simple fact when we came in, after we got our schedules, we never saw each other again on a daily basis for the most part. We communicated with each other after school. We became very close-knit anyway, but we became more so especially after we came here because it was just us.
The inequalities he faced at Doty inspired him to join the school board.
My vision of education now is that regardless of the individual, regardless of disabilities or handicaps or whatever the case may be with individuals, my incentive is for every student, regardless of who they are, to have the proper education and all the materials that are needed for them to be successful upon completing their 12 years in school.
It is hard to imagine a time where people couldn't get a quality education due to the color of their skin. However, thanks to brave men and women, we don't have to face these inequalities today. If you want to learn more about Black history in McKinney, go to mckinneybhm.com.